Welcome to the Ben and Bash podcast tag team talks.
I'm Ben.
I'm Bash. It's time to lace up your boots and hit the mat with the Ben and Bash podcast tag team talks.
All right, another episode. Today we are going to do prediction for the Money in the Bank.
For the first match, we have Bron Breaker versus Sami Zayn for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Now, for this match, the feud wasn't great leading up to it, and I thought it was gonna be like a fatal 4-way to see who fights Sami Zayn, like with Bron Breakker, Ludwig Kaiser, Sheamus, and maybe Ilya Dragunov. But it was just Bron Breakker to have wanting a match and Sami Zayn accepting it. But I feel like Sami Zayn is the good guy in this. He's in his hometown, so
Not hometown, home country.
Home country, and I just don't see Bron Breakker winning this realistically. Like, if it wasn't Sami Zayn's hometown, I would probably see Bron Breakker on this. But I don't think the WWE would let Sami Zayn lose in his hometown.
He did when he wrestled Roman Reigns.
But he wasn't the champion, and it was Roman Reigns.
That was his hometown, though. That was actually where he was born.
It was Roman Reigns.
Yeah, but that was in his hometown, like literally in the same area where he grew up at.
But it was Roman Reigns.
I'm just saying. They let you lose in your
They
hometown.
they had to stretch his title right now.
I know, but I'm saying this: they will let you lose. You will lose in your hometown. It's not a given to win just because you're in your own town or home country. Look at Drew McIntyre.
Yeah,
just
but
recently.
All those people you're talking about didn't have the titles.
I understand, but still happens though.
Sami Zayn's walking in as the champion. I don't think he would lose his championship in his hometown.
Home country, but still.
Home country.
I know,
like days after he had a comedy show.
Not saying you won't, but it can happen. Bron Breakker could beat him. I mean, look at the way Bron Breakker's been doing. Look what he's been doing. He's literally been running roughshod over the entire Raw brand. I mean, he's been spearing everybody, destroying everybody. I mean, just look what he did to everybody. I mean, Kaiser got broken ribs. When last time you see Ilya Dragunov on TV wrestling? I mean, just think about it. I mean, he's been destroying people. Ricochet, he's gone. I mean, just look at those guys he's been destroying over the last few weeks. You know, were you done with your prediction on that one?
Mm-hmm. I mean, do you think Bron Breakker's gonna win?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I think Sami's gonna retain, but it's gonna be because he's just a veteran over Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker is gonna be a great star. He's gonna be a good wrestler. He's gonna be the main event probably next 2 years. He's gonna be main event. He's gonna be main event in PLEs. But right now, I mean, no, obviously everybody knows Bron Breakker's background, being one of the Steiners, Rick Steiner's son, Scott Steiner's nephew. I mean, just that right there alone helps him. Just having that kind of mentorship, helping, questions to be asked and all that. But I think Sami's going to use his veteran intuition and just some kind of way pull it out. Sami Zayn's always in matches where people say he can't win, and he finds a way to win. And this time, I don't think it's going to be any different. I think Sami's going to pull this one out as well and retain the Intercontinental Championship.
For the next match on the card, it is the WWE Heavyweight Championship match, which it's Damian Priest versus Seth Rollins. And I think Seth Rollins is going to win because, WWE, they could have waited for him to return, but since they got him here so early, so quick, I feel like they're gonna put the title back on him. And I think since he has an opportunity, I'm pretty sure Seth Rollins is gonna win.
Maybe. I think Damian Priest is gonna retain. We got to think about stipulations too. Remember what stipulations were for the match?
Yeah, Damian Priest leaves the Judgment Day, and Seth Rollins, if he doesn't win, he won't be able to face Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship again.
He can't challenge for the championship as long as Damian Priest is champion.
Mm-hmm.
And Damian Priest had to leave Judgment Day. That's two. And see, so that one, I can see Seth Rollins not challenging before I can see Damian Priest leaving the Judgment Day. If he leaves the Judgment Day, I think it's going to be on his own accord, not because of stipulation in the match. If Damian Priest leaves, it's going to be because he doesn't get. It's already been hints of stuff going on with Judgment Day. The whole Rhea Ripley being gone and Liv Morgan coming in, and everybody kind of like Liv Morgan except for Damian Priest. Her helping them get the tag team championships. Dominic lied to him and said that he talked to Rhea and he hadn't, and then Damien said he did talk to her and she was mad. I mean, plus then the Finn Balor when he was attacking, who was he attacking? I forgot who he was attacking the other day, and Damian Priest pulled him off and said, "No, we're not doing
Seth
that."
Rollins.
Seth Rollins, yeah. So yeah, like stuff like that is gonna have Damian Priest leave on his own, not because he loses to Seth Rollins. So I think that Damian Priest is gonna retain for a little bit longer. This gives Seth Rollins a chance to go after something else, maybe Intercontinental Championship, maybe just a feud with somebody else. I mean, this gives him open to do something else if he wants to. I mean, besides being an main event pitcher, since he can't, if he loses the match, he can't challenge it for the championship anymore.
Wait, can I add on?
Go ahead.
So, remember, Gunther has an opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship.
At SummerSlam.
Now, Gunther is a heel. And, they did a heel versus heel in Drew McIntyre, but that was in his hometown, so he was technically the good guy in that situation. And in this case, if Damian Priest walks in to SummerSlam against Gunther, it will be just a plain heel versus heel, which is a very rare thing. I feel like if you're gonna have Gunther win the World Heavyweight Championship, which I think that's what they're gonna do, I feel like there's be a babyface walking in as the World Heavyweight Championship instead of a heel.
But do you have to have a babyface? You don't have to have. I mean, yeah, maybe years ago, but
Gunther, Gunther, I feel like it would be better for him to win off of a babyface instead of a heel.
But that match is going to be a good match. I mean, yes, it's better when you have a face versus a heel. Yes, it's obviously better because you have two different dynamics. But when you have two heels or two faces wrestling each other, it's still a good match. I mean, it can still be a good match just because the match is a good match. I mean, that's just how it is sometimes,
But normally in that case, the feud isn't all that. Two heels, yeah.
But even then, two heels can still fight each other. That makes it for a better match too, because then you know that there may be some trickery, some tomfoolery going on, some cheating going on. If you know two heels are wrestling, if you know it's a face versus a heel, then you know the face isn't going to cheat to win. So he's going to try to win straight up and down, and sometimes that hurts him a lot of times. So I don't think SummerSlam is the type of premium live event where I don't think it really matters if they're heels or faces. It's just if the matches are good. It's one of the big four PLE events.
Okay.
So who'd you pick for that?
I picked Seth Rollins.
I picked Damian Priest. All right.
For the women's Money in the Bank match, it's Io versus Chelsea Green versus Lyra Valkyria versus Tiffany Stratton versus Naomi versus Zoe Stark. And for this match, I have Chelsea Green. And I feel like she's if she wins, I think she's gonna win. But when she wins, I think she's gonna hold it like Carmella did for 280 something days. I think.
And you got a full year. You got till next Money in the Bank to cash in.
Yeah. Wait, I have a question. Could you cash in at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view?
Yes, people have done it before. Yes. But there's no women matches on the thing, so there's no way to cash in.
Yeah.
I mean, now, the men, when we get down to that, they could cash in tonight because you have Cody Rhodes and you have the heavyweight championship match.
But those two matches will have to be after that.
It could be. Who knows? The men may start it off. Who knows how it's going to. We don't know how the match card is going to go. It could start from any kind of way. It could.
Yeah.
If the men's match starts off Money in the Bank, then you may see a cash in. Not saying it will, but it happened when who was it? Liv Morgan? Not Liv Morgan.
Brooke. No.
Alexa Bliss. She did it.
Yeah.
She
And Nikki A said no, she didn't.
No, she did it later on. Saying like Alexa Bliss she won and then cashed in the same night. Like literally the same night.
Oh, Kane did it too.
Yeah, but that's about years ago. It's not recently though. But yeah. So
who do you have?
who'd you pick?
I picked Chelsea Green.
That's right. He said he's gonna have it for almost a year.
Yeah.
Close to it.
If not a year, she might.
Well, you got to cash in before next Money in the Bank. So
I thought you said you could cash in at the Money in the Bank.
No, you can cash in at this Money in the Bank, but not the next Money in the Bank.
Oh.
No, I'm talking about the same. I'm talking about the Money in the Bank at the same. When Alexa Bliss did it, she did it the same night.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't talking about the next year. No, you got till the next one to do it.
Okay.
So no, you got 1 year to cash in before you can't cash in. Usually, pretty much everybody has cashed in whether they won or lost it, except for Otis when he lost to the Miz, and then you get to cash in at all. But anyways, I don't know. This is a hard one for me because, I mean, you can pretty much say any of these women deserve to be the Money in the Bank. I mean, all of them have put in work. Io Sky won it last year. Can she double up? I mean, Chelsea Green, she's been doing some great work behind the scenes. I mean, not behind the scenes, but backstage and stuff like that. Lyra Valkyria, she's came up in a short time. She's been showing how good of a wrestler she is. Tiffany Stratton, same way. Short time, already feuding with Bianca and Naomi and Jade Cargill and all of them. Then you got Naomi, who, speaks for herself. She's done it all. She's been champion already. Then you got Zoe Stark, who's a great wrestler as well. Doesn't get the recognition as much because there's so many other women. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say Tiffany Stratton. Yeah, I'm just gonna say Tiffany Stratton. That way she can hold it for a little while, may cash in at SummerSlam, Survivor Series. Who knows? She can cash in anytime. But yeah, I'm gonna say give it to Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton's gonna win a Money in the Bank ladder match for the women.
For the next match on the card, the 6-man tag team match, which is Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline 2.0. And I think the Bloodline 2.0 is gonna win, cause I feel like
we don't know who's gonna be in there for the Bloodline. To be honest, it's 4 of them. It's 3-on-3.
Yeah.
We don't know who 3's gonna be in there.
I mean, Jacob Fatu was on it, and Tama Tonga was like super little.
Last week it was the opposite. So I don't know. I don't know how. It can change. It can change day of. It's 4 of them. All you need is 3. There's gonna be one outside the ring, obviously. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know.
Unless they're really gonna sell that they can't cross over the border, they're really gonna sell that idea.
Tonga Loa can't cross over.
Yeah.
And that make more sense if he really can't cross over, and then it would just be 3-on-3 or 3v3.
Unless they're just not gonna sell it.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do it.
But I feel like if the Bloodline, this is a make or break for them, because if they don't win this, then all the stuff with Paul Heyman is just gonna get, because that's how they became serious, and to be serious, you have to win matches. So I feel like the Bloodline 2.0 is going to beat Cody, Randy, and Kevin.
Yeah. Yeah. As much as I hate to say it, I kind of have to agree with you. I think the Bloodline is going to win this match too. Kevin Owens, if you watch Friday Night SmackDown, he has a lot going on with his mom and personal outside of wrestling that can interfere in your matches. He may not even be in the right frame of mind. Who knows? Randy, he's always consistent, but does he have his eye on Cody Rhodes? Is he going to be distracted a little bit in this match? And Cody Rhodes, being the world champion, undisputed world champion, is if the men's Money in the Bank matches before this match, he got to watch out because they can cash in anytime he want to. So I think the team of Randy, Cody, and Kevin, I think they're going to be a lot more distracted than the Bloodline. The Bloodline know what they're doing. They're trying to get to a certain point. They're trying to prove they are the Bloodline. Forget about the old Bloodline. They are the new Bloodline. Bringing in Jacob Fatu, bringing in Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa. And you still got Solo. Obviously we know Roman Reigns is going to come back eventually. We know Jimmy's coming back eventually. But that's just 2. Is Jay gonna join back with his brother? Are they going to bring a fourth member in, a new guy, a new Bloodline member? I don't know. I mean, that's what we got to find out. But for right now, this Bloodline has been dominating since they started. I mean, they've been winning matches. You know, and then look at what Solo said the other day about Roman Reigns not being able to provide for the family by not winning and not retaining the belt, and he has to do it. So, I mean, I think the Bloodline has a lot more to lose in this match. Cody's still champion at the end of the day. Randy Orton's still going to be Randy Orton. Kevin Owens is going to be Kevin Owens if they lose this match. The Bloodline, they lose this match, like Bash said, everything they said for the past few weeks, so what? You haven't won. You can't win. You powerbomb Paul Heyman through a table. Paul Heyman's not a wrestler. What can you do in a wrestling ring? They have to win this match in order for them to stay relevant, I think.
Okay, for the men's Money in the Bank match, at first, this is probably going to surprise you, but at first I said Jey Uso, but I'm going to switch my answer. I'm going with Carmelo Hayes. And I feel like, yeah, he hasn't had that much time, but he's a phenomenal wrestler. Down at NXT, has had amazing matches. He's a great heel, and look at the playing field. Chad Gable, the Wyatt Six is probably gonna get involved. LA Knight, Logan Paul could get involved, and Drew McIntyre, CM Punk could get involved. So that really only leaves Jay, Carmelo Hayes, and Andrade for chances of winning, if you think about it.
But then Andrade got worried about the Legado del Fantasma.
I mean,
so you really only got two.
Yeah.
I mean, if you break it down like that, and
Yeah.
then still, like I told you before, Jay did take the Firefly, so who knows? He could be targeted next by the Y6.
Hey, so that leaves my option.
I mean, so Carmelo Hayes is really the only one who doesn't have really anybody. I mean, he's rubbed for a lot of people the wrong way because he came in being the new young gunner and, you know, talking all this smack about people and all that. But as far as feuds, he don't really have any feuds right now, so he has nobody to really have to worry about coming into the match.
You just proved my point for me.
Is that you pick Carmelo Hayes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
hold on.
Okay.
Jey Uso, I mean, if they really wanted to build up this feud a little bit, they could have the Bloodline attack Jey Uso.
They could before the match.
It's just an option.
They could.
But that's why I picked Carmelo Hayes, because he's in a feud with LA Knight, but LA Knight's in the match, so there's nothing really there, and Carmelo Hayes and Logan Paul, not like friends, but there's no reason why they would attack each other. So I feel like Carmelo Hayes the only open option. So what's your pick?
I don't know. I want to say Jay. It just feels like it's too obvious.
He was on the poster holding the briefcase.
I mean, I want to pick Jey Uso, but I just don't. I don't know. And I really want to put it on Chad Gable, just because he's done a lot of stuff this year. He held. Look what he did with the Alpha Academy, and then the togetherness. Then they broke up, and then now he has a wide six after him. I mean, you can have a whole nother thing with him having the Money in the Bank and having to worry about the Y6. So he tries to think about Chad Gable wins the Money in the Bank. He tries to cash in. Y6 comes out and he can't cash in now because he has to run away from him. I mean, that writes itself right there.
Yeah.
I mean, then you got Drew McIntyre. He's not going to win at all. 0% chance of winning.
Wait, hold on.
Because CM Punk is not going to let him win.
But CM Punk's injured. You think CM Punk's going to walk out there with a broken arm and still prevent...
How you know he broke his arm?
I'm just saying, he has to be somewhat injured. The man was bleeding all over his body.
That was 3 weeks ago.
Still.
He can be healed from that in 3 weeks. All I'm saying is, Drew McIntyre, I don't think has any chance at all to win. I mean, the way CM Punk has been after him, I don't see him letting him win that again. LA Knight, like I said, I think he should win it, but like I said, him and Logan Paul been feuding. Where's Logan Paul at? He has to make an appearance, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the wild horse. Crazy answer. I'm gonna go with Andrade. Gonna go with Andrade. I mean, he is probably one of the better wrestlers in the world. I just hope they actually let him showcase that because he hadn't really been able to really show what he can do since NXT. I mean, NXT he was a champ, and let him, and then Triple H when he was running it, let him do his thing, and let him become Andrade the way people knew him from Mexico, and when he was in a lucha. So, but yeah, see, like when it came to the main roster, wasn't as good. He left, went to AEW. People who watch AEW know that he didn't do much there either. Left, came back to WWE. Now he's kind of getting a little push now. I just hope that since Triple H is in charge now over the main roster, maybe he'll let Andrade kind of do what he was doing in NXT. Just let him be Andrade, El Idolo. So that's who I got winning the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, Andrade.
Now, Jay holding the briefcase on the poster, I really think Jay's gonna win, but I like Carmelo Hayes, and I want him to win. But if you're holding the briefcase and you're in the match, there's a couple of posters that people are holding the briefcase, but they're not in the match. But if you're in the match and you're holding the briefcase, that normally means, except with Kofi Kingston, that normally means that you're gonna win the match.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, it's just too obvious though. It's almost like hey, here's Jay holding the briefcase. It's like I just don't. I mean, I think I want him to win just because the way the crowd has been reacted to him since he broke off from. I mean, if you had told me 5 years ago Jay Uso would be a main event wrestler, I would have believed you. Because he was always in tag team. He was never by himself. Him and Jimmy Uso have never been a singles match since they came into WWE when it was FCW, and then they came to the main roster with Tamina. They have never not been a tag team. So this is the first time they were actually able to break off, and Jimmy so far has been able to capitalize on it. And then we'll see what Jimmy does when
Jimmy hasn't been able to capitalize. He's injured.
Well, I mean, that's the same. But he was still under Roman Reigns when Jay broke off and went to Raw. Jimmy was still under Roman Reigns, getting beat up and getting talked too bad. So he was never able to really capitalize on it. Then he was interfering with the match. With Jay's match, it cost him a world championship, cost him the Intercontinental Championship against Gunther. I mean,
cost him technically cost him the tag titles when he had it when he had the tag titles.
Exactly, and then he wrestled at WrestleMania and Jay beat him in a lackluster match, but still he beat him. But at the end of the day, Jay has been able to capitalize. Look, he's in the men's Money in the Bank match right now. Mm-hmm. He has the crowd going hype every time he comes out. Still has probably one of the best entrances out right now, bar none. Still probably the best match out, the best entrance out there right now. So, like I said, I think a lot of people are rooting for Jay. Like I'm rooting for Jay. I just don't think he's gonna win. I just don't think he's gonna win. I think it's gonna be somebody else. I mean, in the perfect world, I want to see Chad Gable get it so he can have more Wyatt Six interactions because that's money right now. Just the way he looks when they come out, and then I mean. LA Knight obviously is a good choice too because people love him as well. But then Logan Paul, and him and Logan Paul's going at it. Him and Logan Paul hadn't had a match for the United States Championship yet. But LA Knight's been going for that. So I mean, yeah, I guess he could have the Money in the Bank and have a match for the United States Championship. But I think that's the belt he wants to win next, I believe, and then he may get a chance later on. But yeah, I have Andrade. That's I think I got Andrade for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you want to add?
I mean, not really, but I don't know. A part of me really thinks that I feel there's no way it's gonna happen because the one person in this match who's not gonna win definitely Drew McIntyre. But I really want him to win, but it's just not happening.
Yeah. I mean, you could have him win, and every time you try to cash in, CM Punk interferes, but but he's gonna win eventually. He's gonna. I mean, CM Punk can't be there all the time.
Unless CM Punk steals the briefcase.
Could, but that's why I say CM Punk's gonna interfere in the match anyways and stop him from winning anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time we saw CM Punk, he was getting carried away in Chicago. He ain't gonna take that line down. He's gonna come back at him.
How you know he's not hurt?
Well, he might be hurt, but it don't mean he's not gonna be out there. He's at WrestleMania, hurt, and he still attacked Drew McIntyre.
He was fake hurt.
He was probably still hurt a little bit. He still had a cast on his arm. You can still be hurt and not be able to wrestle, Sebastian.
He yanked the dude off the table.
I understand that, but you can still be hurt and look good, but still can't wrestle. That's why CM Punk can't wrestle. He may be cleared, but he just can't. He still got to get back in shape and wrestle. So him and Drew McIntyre, I think, are going to go at SummerSlam. Unless CM Punk is hurt worse than they're saying, I think that they're going to wrestle at SummerSlam. So, and I don't know if I think I told you when we watched SmackDown yesterday. Drew McIntyre, like he was holding his ankle and he got thrown out the ring.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was just, just landed wrong on it or something more serious. But I guess we'll see when the match comes on if he's limping or they say something about it. But he was holding his ankle pretty hard. Like he was sitting on the ground for a little longer than he usually does. But we'll see how it goes when the match comes up tonight.
I don't think it's anything serious. Yeah. I hope it's not. I mean, it didn't look like anything serious. He's just clutching his ankle a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes it can be a sprained ankle. Sometimes a sprained ankle, you haven't had one yet, I don't think. But
no, I've had one.
Well,
it was brief.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A real sprained ankle, the more you play sports, you get a sprained ankle, it hurts a little bit that first day, but that second day is when it hurts the worst. Because it swells up a little bit, you can't walk on it hardly, and that's the day. If Drew McIntyre did actually sprain his ankle yesterday, then today it's going to be killing him. Just based on just based on experience I've had with stuff like that.
That's even more reason. I mean, I don't think he's really that hurt, but that's even more reason why Drew McIntyre's not winning.
Exactly. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I got Andrade. You got who now?
I have Carmelo Hayes.
All right. Well, we'll see who wins that match. Anything else?
Oh no. Oh yeah, I guess, but no, I'm good.
Anything else? You good?
I was gonna say something. I mean,
go ahead.
For some reason, the Money in the Bank match, I feel like we're both gonna be wrong.
We may be. I mean, there's how many people in the match? 1, 2, 6 people in the match. Only one can win. So yeah, if 6 people pick all 6 in there, only one of them will win. So yeah, we could be wrong, or one of us could be right. I mean, that's how the odds work. If it was 1-on-1 and I picked one, you picked the other, then one of us would have to be right. But it's 6 people in the match.
Yeah.
So we only got 1 in 6 chance of winning. So that's not that good odds. So obviously, if we pick 2 out of 6, so we got 2 out of 6 chance. It's a 1/3 chance. 33 1/3 chance is what Scott Steiner say, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've never heard him say it, but I've seen people reference it.
Yeah.
All right, are you done?
I'm done. You done? Mm-hmm. All right. So this has been the episode. I'm Ben.
I'm Bash.
And this has been
Tag Team Talk.